The Curse of Oak Island is a popular show that follows the Lagena brothers, Rick and Marty, as they search for the legendary treasure buried on the island off Nova Scotia's southern coast. The brothers believe they might be close to discovering the treasure, as they believe they are right on top of where it is hidden. They zone in on the money pit area, hoping to reach a promising tunnel around 95 feet down. They push the garden shaft down to 90 feet to get there, and while digging, they find bits of metal, making them more hopeful that they are onto something big, possibly closing in on the so-called baby blob. The real buzz is about possibly running into an underground wooden structure, which could be a major clue. This gives them another solid lead to follow, one that might help explain some of Oak Island's long-standing curiosities. As they pushed on, it became clear that digging here was tougher than in other parts of the island. So, the team planned to deepen the garden shaft to better explore the tunnel. They were pumped about what they might find, thinking it could be historically significant. Laird Niven, the archaeologist on the team, was especially keen, feeling they were closer than ever to finding out what was beneath Oak Island. Getting deeper into the garden shaft seemed crucial for the team to access this intriguing tunnel. They were reminded of the exciting finds from another hole nearby, where they had pulled up things like old parchments, leather book bindings, and a curious item marked with the number 6. However, trying to reach what they thought might be the treasure chest turned out to be tricky, as digging deeper made the H8 borehole unstable, causing it to spit out dirt and making it risky to dig further. This setback reminded them of an earlier dig, and a theory by Terry Matheson that the vault or chest they were after might have been damaged or tampered with by someone in the past. However, the team was more interested in recent scans showing signs that there might still be valuable things hidden below. This renewed their determination to reach the suspected vault for a detailed search and excavation, hoping to finally uncover what many have been chasing on the island for over 200 years. The team of researchers resurfaced in the southeastern wetlands of Oak Island, near the original money pit, with the goal of uncovering the island's rich past. They dug into the deepest parts of the marsh, hoping to find ancient artifacts and relics hidden beneath the area's marshy surface. Gary Drayton and some team members speculated that the stone path might have served as a wharf for ships that once came to the island, which was not only historically significant due to its connections to the Knights Templar, but also revealed how the island was used as a landing spot for unloading goods. Alex Lagena was struck by the stories and the deep historical significance of Oak Island, and he was particularly drawn to what was happening in a specific corner of the bog, believing it could be a key factor in unraveling the 200-plus-year-old treasure hunt. Despite the numerous challenges they faced, the team was fully aware of the numerous challenges they faced. However, the historical importance of the swamp in relation to the treasure hunt was highlighted, possibly due to an exciting find by Gary Drayton in that very area. As they moved forward, they stumbled upon an odd boulder situated close to the stone path, suspected that it might have been placed there deliberately. This thought gave them hope that they were perhaps on the right track to uncovering the treasure that had been sought by many over the last 2 centuries. Rick Lagena became particularly interested in the importance of this boulder. Billy Gerhardt led the team to a series of rocks he had recently found, which seemed to form a trail leading up to the boulder, located near the stone path and the original money pit. Jack Begley began to ponder the historical events that might have transpired in this area, while Billy pointed out the significant potential for discoveries in such a place. The team's meticulous examination of the site near the boulder and stone path was crucial for their records and future historians studying the questions of Oak Island. With each new dig, more pieces of Oak Island's history came to light, bringing them closer to what might be hidden below. The team of archaeologists on Oak Island embarked on a historical expedition to uncover layers of the island's past. They discovered pottery shards, old coins, and fragments of metal tools, each adding to the island ground. Following Rick's instructions, the team ran into some tough challenges, particularly Jack Begley, who had trouble finding metal in the money pit area. At the same time, other team members were making headway elsewhere on the island. An archaeological team was digging up an unusual stone foundation they had found under a circular depression earlier in the year, leading them to stone constructions that didn't fit with what was typically known in archaeology. This new focus brought attention to artifacts uncovered at about 161 feet deep, giving them insights into the various people who had lived on the island over the ages. Jamie Kuba and his team were excited to mark the boundaries of an old foundation on Oak Island, hoping to connect the site to the legendary treasure thought to be hidden there. They realized that certain periods in history might have left traces here, suggesting an ancient presence in Lot 5. The bricks, ceramics, and glass they found could lead them to understand their connection to the infamous Money Pit legend and possibly point the way to the treasure that has been sought by many for over 2 centuries. To make any real progress, the team needed to work closely and effectively together. Over time, they noticed interesting aspects of their environment, such as the density of dirt, suggesting there might be mortar nearby, giving them hope that they were making the right steps toward locating the storied treasure. Laird Niven was about to join the group at a newly discovered stone foundation on the western part of the island, feeling they were on the verge of another substantial discovery. Kuba was busy examining a grayish material she stumbled upon, which looked a lot like rough mortar or concrete. This substance was strikingly similar to a material they had come across before in the Money Pit area. Jack recalled a similar encounter near Excavation Site H8 back in 2019. Laird decided to check in with Emma, the team's expert in metals and materials, to help him compare this latest find to a previous sample from the Money Pit. Jamie was all set to help out by providing a sample for analysis. Laird was a bit worried about the intricacies of such an analysis, but he clung to the belief that, sooner or later, the perfect conditions would arise that would allow them to learn something truly significant from what they had found. As Kuba and Jamie prepared the sample for Emma, they discussed the potential significance of this find, pondering whether this material could be part of the infrastructure used by past treasure seekers or remnants from those who originally hid the treasure. The idea that they might be touching pieces of history connected directly to the legendary treasure added an extra layer of excitement to their work. Talked About Artifacts is a handmade iron spike recovered during a dig near the swamp. Carmen Legg's analysis revealed something extraordinary. The spike was likely a tool used in medieval construction, possibly for drilling into rock. If true, this would place the artifact's origin centuries before the Money Pit was even discovered. A set of human bones found at significant depths near the Money Pit were later identified as belonging to 2 individuals, one of European descent and the other of Middle Eastern origin. The find raised immediate questions about how people from distant regions ended up on Oak Island centuries ago, and could be evidence of a multinational effort to hide something of immense value. Additionally, the layers of coconut fibers that continue to puzzle the team are first discovered decades ago and are regularly unearthed in unexpected places. They were initially believed to be part of a filtration system designed to protect the Money Pit from flooding, but some researchers now suggest they may have served an entirely different purpose, perhaps as packing material for transporting delicate or valuable goods. A series of scans conducted by Dr. Ian Spooner and his team reveal traces of non-indigenous metals deep underground, including lead and copper. These metals are found in patterns that suggest they were intentionally buried, possibly to disguise something even more valuable. Gary Drayton makes another remarkable find: a small, ornately crafted coin near the stone-paved area of the swamp. Experts believe it could be a 17th century Moretti coin, a currency rarely seen outside Europe. By the end of the episode, the team is left with a growing sense that the artifacts found on Oak Island are part of a much larger story, one that may involve global connections, advanced engineering, and powerful figures from history. The episode explores the construction of traps on Oak Island, with experts suggesting that they were created as an early warning system to prevent any attempt to reach the treasure. Evidence supporting this theory is found in coconut fibers found around the tunnels, believed to be part of a filtration system. These fibers have no natural origin in Nova Scotia and continue to baffle the team. The episode also revisits the legends surrounding Oak Island, including the Curse of Seven and the 6 lives lost over the years. One tragic tale is recounted, where a worker drowned while attempting to pump water out of the Money Pit, marking the first recorded fatality on the island. The Lagena brothers, who have always approached their quest with determination and caution, are determined to find the treasure. A sonar scan detects a large void beneath one of the newer shafts, which appears to be a chamber connected to the money pit. The team's excitement is palpable as they prepare to drill into the area, but their efforts are thwarted yet again. As the drill reaches the suspected cavity, water pressure causes the shaft to collapse partially, forcing the team to abandon the attempt for now. The island's traps seem almost alive, reacting to every move the team makes. The episode ends with an unsettling question. Are the traps a final defense for treasure, or were they created to hide something the world was never meant to find? The Lagena brothers have invested millions of dollars and years of their lives into the search for Oak Island's treasure. From the moment Rick and Marty took on this challenge, they knew it would demand not only financial resources, but also an unrelenting belief in the mystery. For them, this is about more than gold or jewels. It's about solving a puzzle that has fascinated treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. Throughout the seasons, the brothers test over and over again, uncovering small but intriguing artifacts such as pieces of wood, rusted nails, and fragments of old tools. The discovery of a small coin, possibly from 17th century Europe, deepens the mystery. One major challenge the Lagenas face is when one of their shafts begins to collapse during excavation. The cost of these setbacks is immense, both financially and emotionally. However, the brothers remain undeterred. One of the most dramatic moments comes when the team uncovers what appears to be part of an old wooden vault. The wood, buried beneath layers of sediment, is remarkably well preserved and may date back to the earliest days of European exploration on the island. The discoveries are tantalizing, but the question remains, are the Lagena brothers chasing gold, or could the real treasure be a hidden piece of history?